I've been an entrepreneur for a little while now. Some may think a long time, but I found my job back in 2016, April 1st to be exact. And I've made over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K. And look, I've seen a lot of things along my entrepreneurial journey, but I have never seen anything like the opportunity that YouTube provides to build a successful business online. And you don't even have to have a lot of subscribers. Most people think that you do, but they're completely wrong. So in this video, I'm gonna show you 5 ways to build a successful business on the back of YouTube. YouTube is by far the best platform. It's greater than all the rest. It's changed my life, and I'm sure it can change yours too. And I'm thinking that you might need at least a little bit of life changing, or you wouldn't even be watching this video right now. And it's only gonna take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then you just keep on being a consumer instead of a producer, and you're just gonna be misused. Because if you don't have a product, then you are the product, and you need to be making money off of you instead of other people making money off of you. But look, everything about properly monetizing your YouTube channel, it all comes down to this simple, basic control. So I have something that I call a control axis, right? And to properly monetize it, you want to be on the left side of this control axis. So here we're going to have the subs stands for subscribers, and then here we're going to have our control axis, right? So you want everything to be on the left side of this control axis, because when you have more control, you have more leverage. And how typically on a graph, most people see graphs go like this way. Well, with this graph here, we want to actually go this way, because the more control that we have, the less subscribers that we need to actually have. That's why I said that you don't need to have a lot of subscribers. You just need to have the right subscribers to properly monetize yourself on this platform of YouTube that you're on right now. So look, there's basically 5 ways that you can monetize yourself. Starting off with the weakest of all 5, which are brand deals. Right? Now, this is what most people are shooting for. Most people, they're shooting for brand deals, they're shooting for partnerships, but basically, you're just a sponsor, right? So you're just a sponsor for somebody else's business. Somebody else will just pay you some money just to get in front of your audience so you can talk about something that they have to offer, not to talk about something that you have to offer. But with this, where does it go on this control axis? Well, typically, you'll have to have somewhat of a nice sized audience, because somebody will want to get in front of that audience. But since they're paying you, you don't really have any control over what it is that you say about their product or their business to your actual audience. You have to say what they want you to say. A lot of times they may give you a script, or you'll put something together and they have to okay it before you can even put that content out. Or a lot of times what these people will do is they'll give you these certain guidelines on what your content should be, and a certain length, and what they want you to say, and all this type of stuff. So you have very little control, but you'll have to have a decent amount of subs here, right? So this is on the right side of our control axis. And remember, the true power comes when you get to the left side of things, when you can actually maximize your leverage, because you have the most control, but you don't need the most amount of subscribers to make life-changing income. Then second, we have affiliates, right? Now, affiliate, this is basically kind of like a sponsor, but somebody is going to pay you based off of your performance. So it's going to be performance-based, right? But the thing about being paid off of performance is that you are going to be assessing the risk instead of the person that's going to be paying you. Because with a brand deal or a sponsorship, that person that's going to be paying you some money, they don't know if they're going to get a return on that or not. But when you have an affiliate, they know that they're only going to be paying you if you perform on that. And with affiliates, you can actually get a higher percentage on your affiliate through the performance that you show that you can do. You can get a higher percentage of the upside once you show that you can actually generate that upside. And with this, you don't need as big of an audience, and you have more control, because remember, the ball's in your court. So you are going to be assessing the risk instead of the other business or the service or the product or whatever it is that you're an affiliate of. Now, the third way is this. You can have promotions, right? You can have promotions where you actually partner with the company that you're promoting. So I'll put promote and partnerships, right? So with the promotion and the partnership, it's not that you're just promoting somebody, or it's not that you're just doing a brand deal, or it's not that you just have an affiliate with somebody. It's that you are actually a true partner with that company. You are actually a true partner with that product or that service or that business, right? And when I say this true partner, I mean that you're taking like some actual ownership in it. Like you're actually taking some type of equity position by partnering with that product or service that you're going to be promoting on your channel. So what I mean by this is something like a creator of somebody, I'm just going to name a big name just because it may be somebody that you're familiar with, a Logan Paul, right? So if you're familiar with Logan Paul, he has this sports beverage called Prime. So Logan Paul, he did not create Prime himself from scratch. Logan Paul, he partnered with Prime to promote it. So he's using his brand of his YouTube channel, his podcast, everything that he does as a content creator. And he took an equity position in a partnership with Prime. So he'll be the one to promote the beverage. So even something else that you may be familiar with in the entrepreneurial world, School, right? If you're familiar with School, it's a software or membership platform where people are there building these communities and memberships and stuff, right? Well, the creator of School is somebody named Sam Ovens. But one of the biggest guys in the info space, in the entrepreneurial space, is somebody named Alex Hormozi, right? So Alex Hormozi, he's leveraged his audience and he partnered with Sam Ovens on School. So since Sam Ovens is pretty much like a kind of a weirdo looking robotic type dude that just has these little beady eyes and he just talks like this, and people think that he's smart because of his accent, right? But he wants to play the background. Well, Alex Hormozi partnered with them. So Alex Hormozi uses his platforms to promote the actual product that he partnered with. But Alex Hormozi did not build School from the ground up. And if you go the promote and partner route, you'll typically have to invest. All right, but when I say invest, everybody always thinks that I just mean money. So yes, investing, it can be money, but investing, when you're going this route, it can be capital, right? It can be resources, and it can be brand. So in just the two examples that I gave here, I don't know if Logan Paul, I don't know if he actually invested any of his money behind it, but if he did, that's great. But outside of that, he leverages his brand most likely and possibly some resources. Somebody like Alex Hormozi with School, right? I know for a fact he invested his capital, resources, and his actual personal brand. And with this, even though, yes, I did mention some people with these large audiences, I just use these people as examples of somebody that you may be familiar with, right? But even on a lower scale, if you have some type of resources with somebody, you can still partner with them, and you don't need to have the largest audience for that. Remember, it's not about getting all the subscribers or all the views. It's about getting the right subscribers and the right views. So one of my friends, actually, he's building a software that helps certain people in a specific niche in the dental industry, right? And he's actually promoting and partnering with somebody that's building the software, and he doesn't have to get the most views because he's not going to get the most views. Like, his target audience are dentists, but he's getting the right views through his promotion of his YouTube channel to get those dentists to buy into the software. And that's why with this, I really emphasize this partner word, because if you want to go this route, you want to actually be some type of partner with somebody. You don't just want to promote somebody's stuff, because a lot of these people, and a lot of these actually big creators that you all know, or that a lot of people think own certain stuff, they don't own it. They don't actually have any partnership with them. They just promote the stuff. They're just an employee for somebody else, and they make content nonstop about this stuff, and everybody like equates their face with the actual brand when they don't have any ownership, they don't have any equity of it. It's funny when you start to like meet certain people or learn some information about some other people and how some of their behind the scenes stuff goes. Whereas I was like, oh, I thought they owned it. Like today, just to give an example of somebody, not speaking negatively on this guy, I'm just giving you an example. If you've ever heard of vidIQ, right? vidIQ, it's a Google Chrome extension that helps YouTube creators better optimize their videos and stuff, right? But in all their videos, there's this one particular guy that wears these glasses that makes all their content. I thought that he owned that stuff. He doesn't own vidIQ. He just makes content for vidIQ. He basically works for vidIQ. He doesn't own it. Nothing wrong with that. I'm sure that he loves what it is that he's doing. And you can tell through the consistency and the passion that he has for what he's doing. He's actually doing something that he loves, but he doesn't have any equity in it. I don't know any of his business. I'm sure he's getting paid well, but that's not a real example of the promote and partner, right? And then the fourth one is this. Wait, let me go back up to our chart here real quick. Almost forgot, right? So that goes number 3 right here, all right? But then our fourth one is white labeling. All right, so you can white label. Now, white labeling will be something like drop shipping. So say somebody wants to sell a t-shirt and then they just go on some website, slap their logo on it. They don't ever have to actually create it themselves, ship it out to somebody. That's just like drop shipping. That is a form of white labeling. Something that a lot of people are doing in the info space right now is that they're white labeling software, right? So you'll have a lot of coaches, course creators, right? They may have some type of coaching program, and then they may tell their students in order to do what it is that they're teaching that they have to use this particular software. And it looks like that they have their own software, but it's not actually their software. They just white labeled somebody else's software and put their branding on it to whereas it looks like their own. Or something else that other people are white labeling are like digital products, right? So this could be like an ebook. People are white labeling actual courses. Something crazy out here. There's some like MRR course called Master Resale Rights. Basically, all that Master Resale Rights is all these typically women doing this white labeling of somebody else's digital marketing course, and then they're presenting it as if it's their own digital marketing course. But all that they did was just buy the course, put their labeling on it, and then they just sell the course as their own. And the only reason why I said a lot of ladies are into this is just last year I came across this whole world, and everybody that I came across that were asking me for help about this particular subject just happened to be women. So I'm sure that men are doing it too. But the majority of people that have came to me with assistance about it are women. But these are just some examples of some stuff that people are white labeling. They'll grab somebody's ebook that may have a PLR, which stands for private label rights, right? That's just a way to where you can take something that somebody else has created that has private label rights, and you're basically just white labeling it. You're just taking their branding off of it, putting your branding on it, and selling it as your own. In the physical world here, it would be like taking something like t-shirts, right? Or mugs, or how everybody goes on like something like a Alibaba or AliExpress or something like that. A lot of people's clothing brands, they're really not their clothing brand. It's just some white labeled stuff. They just got some stuff from a manufacturer, told them to put their logo on it, ship it out. And on our control axis here, it's a number 2. But the number 1 and most powerful way to monetize your YouTube, number 1 but 5 on our thing right here, is going to be creating and launching your own product. I just put product or service. I put product or service. But I'm heavily weighed on the product size of things because you can infinitely scale a product. A service, I'm not saying that it's impossible to scale, but service-based businesses are very difficult to scale. Why is that? Because it actually takes your physical time to fulfill the service for somebody else. And you only have so much time that you can put into something. So whereas when you create a product, you can create that product one time, implement that product into a system. And system is an acronym which stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. You can put that product into an actual system, and that system can work for you 24/7, 365. And that's how you can actually make more while working less and getting your time back. And then I also highly recommend that this product be a digital product. Like I said, why? You can create it that one time. You don't have to create it again. You can sell it to as many people as possible. And then the deliverable of your product is simply just an email. It's a click of a button, goes through the internet, the digital world, boom. Doesn't cost much to do. And why this is the most powerful is, for one, you have the most control. For one, look, you create it, you market it, and you sell it. That's for one. You have all the power because you control it, and you control your YouTube channel. That's for two. And you actually have a negative acquisition cost to acquire a customer. So what I mean by negative acquisition is this: YouTube will pay you to promote yourself and to promote your business. That's crazy. Some years ago, when I was doing paid advertising, I used to get charged $25 per 1,000 impressions, right? So if you're not familiar with what an impression is simply just an eyeball, not a view, but just an eyeball. So think all those ads that you see when you're on YouTube or when you're scrolling social media that you just hit skip on or that you scroll past, that's considered an impression. When you're on YouTube on your home screen, every single thumbnail that you don't click on, but it showed it to you, that counts as an impression. And then the paid advertising world, they charge for advertising per 1,000 impressions. So when I used to run ads some years ago, I was getting charged about $25 per 1,000 impressions. And this is what was so crazy to me. Just last month, I don't have the biggest YouTube channel yet, but just from my small YouTube channel, last month alone, I had over 1 million impressions. I'm gonna just put 1 million just because it's easy to do math with. So if I take 1 million, divide that by 1,000, we're going to have, oh, didn't know it could do that. We're going to have 1,000, right? Now, if I take that 1,000 and multiply that by the $25 per 1,000 impressions I was getting, it did it again. Oh, this is cool. We have 25,000. So just last month alone, I got $25,000 worth of free advertising for myself if I was paying for like Facebook ads or something. That is insane. Last year alone, when I first started taking my YouTube seriously last year, I got over $250,000 worth of free promotion. I think it was close to like $300,000 that I would have had to spend in ads if I was running Facebook ads. I got that same attention for free on YouTube with a small YouTube channel. I'm telling you, it is so wild. So YouTube is paying me to build my brand, build my authority, and build my business all at the same time. So that's why here on our control axis, that's why here it's number one. And that's why I said we want to stay on the left side of this here. Because you see, this is where all the power is, because here you have the most control, but you don't need to have the most amount of subs either. You need to have the right subscribers. That's why most content creators you see out here, I'm telling you, they broke. They know how to get popular. They don't know how to do no business because they're not thinking about actual control and they're not thinking about actual leverage. Because in order to be a successful entrepreneur, there's 4 levels of leverage that you can tap into, and they're labor, capital, code, and media. Now, everybody may not have access to leverage somebody else's labor or somebody else's capital, or they may not know how to code or anything like that. But we do all have access to our media. And if we leverage our media and we attach our own product to the actual media, and you get in front of the right people, not all the people. You get numbers coming in online in your business like all them that you see on the screen right now. So if you're ready to make more working less online from stuff that you already know, go ahead and click the link down in the description. Join this credit at the top community for weekly coaching from myself, all my exclusive trainings, plus a private community and entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. And we're going up to $97 a month here pretty soon. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap in. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But look, I'm telling you, don't just consume content on this platform. Become a producer more so than a consumer, and it will change your life. Get off of social media and just focus on YouTube. I don't consider YouTube social media because it is a whole nother beast of its own. And if you can really just focus and lock in, you'll see that you don't even need to be on social media, because I quit social media and I had over 100,000 Instagram followers. And I'm like, yo, I'm done with this stuff. It's just a waste of time. So go ahead and click the link down in the description if you want to tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. And go ahead and check out this video right here to get all the breakdown and some actual science behind why I quit Instagram with over 100,000 followers. It's credited at the top.